All right, so earlier this week you saw me test out a couple different mini saunas. This is one of them in the $1,000 to $1,200 price range. All these are going to be in the category of their own. They have a side door entry. Not too far off in the same price category though, we have something like the LifePro. This is a $1,700 sauna, and we're going to do a comparison of this with the Costco in a future segment. But in this video, I want to show you what I like and what I don't like about this. But even with this thing in a cold environment, it seems to work better than the Costco sauna, almost as good as some of the mini saunas. It's not super low EMF. It's not perfect. I want to show you the discrepancies with the build quality. But for somebody in a sub $2,000 price category, if that's your budget, this thing is a win. One of the questions that a lot of people have is this $1,700 sauna better than all the rest? You can get an $1,800 sauna from Costco. You can get a $2,200 sauna from Costco. You can get $1,000 saunas from Amazon. You can get $1,500, $2,500 saunas from Wayfair. But I've found that the heater coverage in this, if you go on the YouTube channel and look at the FLIR video coverage, you can see that this sauna works well because of the heater layout, right? Is it the weird build quality like the others? Yeah, I'll have him come in here and we'll get a close-up of the things that I don't like. But you do get the creature comforts. It has decent lighting. You have a control panel inside and out. You've got excellent entry and exit. Visibility is good with the windows. EMF is not good. I don't know about the VOC, but you can see in the close-up in just a second, there's some things with the mesh that I don't really care for. But overall, against everything else in this price category, I think this sauna works better. Things that I don't like about this sauna, well, in a second here, I want you to come in and I'll show you some close-ups. But basically, the EMF isn't perfect. Some of the build quality isn't perfect. I shouldn't say build quality. I got to stop doing that. When I say build quality, I'm not always talking about like the sturdiness. I'm talking about the fit and finish. So if you come in here with me, you know, in my opinion, these heaters could easily be capped off with a trim piece. So I don't really like the build quality where you can just see furring strips in the back that were built out. It also seems a little cheap to me that somebody couldn't take the time to trim off this mesh, you know, a little bit better. I actually don't even think that you need the mesh. I would take it out. But I mean, these are things that I notice. As soon as I open the door, I'm like, oh, you know, why couldn't somebody have spent 5 minutes and taken care of that? The other things that I don't like are the heater quality is obviously the cheaper, you know, heaters, just like all the other inexpensive saunas. Some of them are mounted flush to the back plate, and they're not furred out like this. So you actually, when you push on them, you can't tell that they're the thinner heaters unless you take them apart. At the same time, everything is lined up good. You know, the Costco saunas that we've had, these things are all crooked. Some of the pieces are broken. That said, this irks the hell out of me. Most of the Costco saunas have capped off heaters. They're trimmed out flush. They do have some of the threads, you know, showing just like this one. It's not perfect. But I also really like the attention to detail on the outside. Like the finish that's on the wood is not perfect. You can tell that it's a sprayed on finish. And it doesn't really bother me, but I mean, some people would gripe about that. But overall, I think the fit and finish and the build quality, like this thing is sturdy, goes together easy. It's really easy to use.
Is it buckles or?
It's got buckles. Yeah, definitely has buckles. But I mean, everything is going to have buckles in this price category. But you know, when we put together the Costco sauna, you know how we had to put it together front to back, which was really weird? This one, you don't have to do that. The pieces fit on the floor, so you can slide it around real easy after.
So it's not a floating floor.
No, not a floating floor.
Shoot, that right there alone is nice enough.
Yes, I like that. EMF in this was worse than the Costco. Actually, this is better than the EMF in the mini sauna, I believe. Don't quote me on that. We'll have to post the screenshots. But the comfort. So for $500 more versus one of the mini saunas or some other option at Amazon or something like that, I'm so much more comfortable in here. And I think, like in your house, I think this looks better. I think it has a better feel. You know, just like the Costco sauna, the lights kind of suck. They're cheap. It is what it is. At least this has stereo speakers. It has 2 speakers. It also has this valance panel in the front, with front lighting, which I really like. It just gives it a nice little classy feel. In my opinion, this sauna looks better in a room than some of your Costco saunas, but this is, again, going to be preference, right? It's just what kind of style furniture type stuff do you like? But I just think the creature comforts of this outweigh, some of the other Amazon ones that we looked at. The other thing is it has a control panel on the front, and then if you come in here, I don't know if you could see it, but my view from when I'm sitting inside, there's a control panel here, and then it has this nice little sleek window, right? So it's very open and spacious to me. The biggest thing, though, the number one thing, I would hate this sauna, just like I hate all the rest, if it didn't work better. What makes it work better is if you look at the FLIR footage, you can see it has heaters here that go all the way to the floor. And I mean all the way, right? It has floor heaters, right? There's heaters in the floor. It has the same calf heaters. And it has more than adequate side heaters. I just like that even if you're a taller person, you have some fluctuation there. But the cabin is still small. It's a one person. I actually think this might be an inch or two narrower than the Costco. It feels a little less. Sometimes the interior measurements, because of wall thickness. Oh, that's the other thing. These were not paper thin like the Costco. No, I don't want to say that it's better build quality or anything like that. I think they're all coming from the same place anyway. It's just, one will commission a factory to build it to a certain spec, and another will, commission it to build it to a different spec. What I think happens though is this is not sold in a big box store, as far as I know, right? You can't buy these from Costco.
So there's no middleman?
Right. So I think there might be a little bit more attention to detail. I think they might have a little bit better build spec. They're not skimping on, the singular control panel, the valance thing, the lights, this and that. They have 2 speakers for stereo, all the stuff that I already said. But at the same time,
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
this is just me being nitpicky. At the end of the day, though, for under $2,000, this is the best thing that I've found as far as getting a good sweat. It's not going to be perfect by any means. It's not going to be super low EMF. It's probably not perfect VOC wise. But then again, none of the others are in this price category anyway. So I like this. Some group members have had great success with it. Some have had trouble getting it. My shipping was weird too when it arrived. It comes from a third-party shipper and all that stuff. But again, you're not getting concierge level service for $2,000. So don't expect, a $6,000, package or that type of customer service. I don't think that's available. But we do have one of the owners in the Facebook group. So if you do have an issue, we ping him and he can get you taken care of. But if you are looking for something higher end and you are looking for, a $5,000 or $6,000 sauna, something with built-in red light therapy, something true full spectrum, something that has build quality that you could park a tank on, you might like this in the next video. What? Is my buddy? Oh, there's my buddy. Come here. You want treats? They give you treats?